We're on number 24 today's calendar, number 1850, House Bill 1850 by Representative Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, motion on this bill.
You do have a motion on the bill. You have a motion on the bill. We have a second. Ms. Johnson, you may proceed.
Thank you. Now, what this bill does is it would require that 80% of the work on any state construction project be performed by Tennessee workers. This requirement could be waived if the State Building Commission finds that there's reasonable evidence that there's insufficient labor to perform the work on the project, or that if compliance with the section would substantially delay or prevent completion of the project. This bill applies to all contracts defined in TCA 4-15-102. At a time of high unemployment, this bill will help put Tennesseans to work on Tennessee projects. It's good for Tennessee workers and the state's economy. And with the proposed amendment, road and highway construction projects are excluded.
We do have an amendment. Do we have the amendment before us?
You should have it.
That's amendment number 14513.
That's correct.
All right. We do have an amendment. Do we have a motion and a second on the amendment? We have a motion and a second on the amendment. You may proceed with the amendment.
Okay, so what the amendment does is exclude road contracts for that, and so that would just leave construction projects in the bill.
All right, any questions for the representative? Speaker Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And sorry, Representative, would that change the fiscal note? I noticed the fiscal note on there was a lot of
yes, with the including the road projects, that was a high fiscal note. It could endanger some federal dollars. That's why we took the road projects off. And with the construction projects, they say there's a small fiscal note that has to do with hiring to do to review these contracts. But it's our feeling that these contracts are already reviewed by General Services. So, you know, I think it's debatable whether or not someone would actually, new employees would have to be added.
And this doesn't require contractors to be based here in Tennessee.
Oh, this bill does not have to do with contractors. It has to do with workers only. So this is not limiting what contractors or out-of-state contractors. This is specifically the workers that those contractors hire. You could be a Connecticut company and hire Tennessee workers.
And this only relates to skilled workers?
Yes.
And how do you define skilled workers?
Well, those that are that have the requirements necessary to complete those type projects.
Okay, like welders and
right.
Okay, I know we've had legislation down here in the past that I've always opposed that required contractors be from the state of Tennessee to do state work, and I thought that would hurt contractors if states around us decided they were going to do the same thing, because I was told by contractors they do more work out of the state. But this is different. This is trying to employ our residents here in Tennessee, and
we've got a pretty high unemployment rate, and this should do some help to get us to get some people employed. And it is just workers, not contractors. And we have seen other states that have passed this legislation as well.
So this would basically just be new state buildings or repairs on state buildings, things that it has nothing to do with roads or bridges.
Right, nothing to do with.
I would have to oppose if
no road or highway projects.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Representative Chairman Haynes.
Mr. Chairman, did we adopt the amendment?
We're on the amendment.
We're on the amendment.
Yes.
Members, I just think it would be a shame to take out the road projects. I don't know why we would want to exclude them from the bill. Why would we? I mean, why would we not want road projects that are being built? That just, I mean, I would think we would want them to.
Well, what I was, it initially did include road project, and I like that, but they said that there was a chance with the federal road projects of putting some federal dollars at stake in preferences in hiring. There's some guidelines in the under the federal law with the road and highway projects that it could endanger some of that funding, but we don't have those problems with the contracting with
Well, Mr. Chairman, I like the idea of having our road projects, our road contractors in there, and I just think we ought to look at this. So I would make a motion that we send this to summer study so that we can make sure that we include them in there. So I will make a motion that we send this to summer study.
Do we have a second on the motion? We do have a motion and a second. All those in favor of sending this bill to summer study signify. Speaker, we're on the vote. All those in favor of sending this to summer study signify by aye. Those opposed? Bill passes summer study.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question?
Yes,
I
Reverend
know
Shaw.
you've already passed it, so I'm not trying to change it. But I thought in the TDOT projects that it was already kind of set up that way where you had to include so many people in road bids as it was. I didn't know. That's why I was trying to get attention.
They do have minority preference.
No, they're
TDOT.
minority and women contracts and all, and so I thought maybe that it was already in TDOT, the reason why they didn't put it back. And I don't know if that would be, I don't know if I'm right or not. I just thought so.
All right. Speaker Williams.
Parliamentary, when a motion was made to send to summer study, doesn't that open it up for discussion to the committee?
We
I
had
didn't hear anyone call the question.
Representative Butt.
You've got it on record that somebody called the question, Paul? I mean, it's okay. It's just parliamentary, but I think I didn't hear her call the question. And if she did, that's correct. Then we vote.
We had a motion and a second on the in the summer study.
But nobody, I don't think anybody called the question. No, that's okay. I just for my own knowledge, I'm not
I appreciate
sure how all
I appreciate
this,
the question.
how we operate.
Thank you so much.
I don't know.
All right, we're looks like we're on number 25. Is